Everyone's waiting for the housing market to crash in 2026. And I hate to break it to you, but the data says something totally different. And if you're not prepared, you could end up paying way more than you expected this year.
In 2026, it might actually be the last year that buyers get an actual real shot before prices actually skyrocket.
So before we dive in, if you're thinking of buying, selling, investing, or just relocating in 2026 and you want a game plan based on real market data, you can always call or text us at 262-331-1621 or visit our website at chatscottrealty.com for our free buyer and seller guide as well. So now let's talk of what's actually going to happen this year.
So Aalia, first we have to talk about the inventory shortage that we've seen in the Kenosha area. It's been what we've been talking about for the last 2 or 3 years. There's been no choices for buyers out there. They can't find exactly what they're looking for. Is that going to change in 2026? What are we expecting to see?
So 2026 isn't going to fix that. I mean, we're seeing new construction subdivisions are popping up everywhere in Kenosha. It can help a little bit with the inventory shortage. However, it's not enough to match the demand.
We're seeing all kinds of new subdivisions though, like
Highland Estates. That's putting in over 700 units between duplexes, townhomes, and single families. So that can actually help a little bit with the inventory.
But we still have so many buyers out there, it's not going to help enough for sure. But Pleasant Prairie, Salem, Paddock Lake, even Racine, they're seeing the same issues, just not enough supply to meet all the demand. There's just too many buyers out there, and sellers just aren't willing to give up their 2%, 3%, even 4% mortgages right now and sell their houses. So there just is not enough supply out there right now to meet all the demand that we're seeing. So 2026 looks like we're still going to see that low supply that we've been seeing for the last few years.
So as these new subdivisions are going to build and be established, we're going to expect more of a competitive conditions to continue, especially in the entry level and the move-up price points. The entry level housing in our area is now considered about $250,000 to $300,000.
Quite a change from a couple of years ago when you could buy an entry level house for $150,000, maybe even $100,000. That's definitely considered a big fixer-upper now. It's really hard to find an entry-level house for under $200,000. Still possible, but really hard to find right now. So how about prices? Everybody's always asking us, we're just gonna wait until prices come down because prices are just so high right now, which I totally understand. Housing prices, especially here in the Kenosha area, are really high for what people generally make, but we don't see prices coming down anytime soon. We don't see any signs of that happening anytime soon. Prices continue to appreciate year over year. They're appreciating at a slower rate every year now, but they're still appreciating at a 2 to 5% rate right now.
Depends on the neighborhood and the housing type or the property type.
Yep. We don't see any crash happening anytime soon, no market correction. Banks are being very careful with the types of loans that they're handing out right now. They're definitely making sure that buyers are qualified, that they can handle the mortgage payment. It's not like 2008, 2009, where banks were just handing out loans like candy, saying, you get a mortgage, you get a mortgage.
Like Oprah.
We're just handing out mortgages like candy. Everybody gets a mortgage no matter what. And people just have so much equity built into their homes right now that even if they do start falling behind on the mortgage payments, they just sell their house and they have plenty of money to pay off that mortgage without a problem. So we don't see a 2008, 2009 crash happening anytime soon. So I talked a little bit about appreciation. We're seeing some neighborhoods like Whitecaps, they're tending to appreciate a little bit faster than other neighborhoods. Allendale is one of the faster appreciating neighborhoods in Kenosha. However, we're seeing other neighborhoods that appreciate a little bit faster than others. Forest Park appreciates a little bit slower than your typical Kenosha neighborhood. But if you pick the right neighborhood, if you're looking for a neighborhood that appreciates a little bit faster, like you're only planning to live in Kenosha for 2 or 3 years because of a job relocation or something like that, look at the neighborhoods that appreciate really fast. The neighborhoods closer to the lake tend to appreciate really fast. The downtown neighborhoods appreciate really fast. And then the commuter neighborhoods, like Whitecaps, appreciate really fast. Those types of neighborhoods appreciate really fast and outperform the other ones.
So let's talk about the mortgage rate, which is actually trending downwards. However, we're not going to see it at the pandemic levels like we saw back in the day. Rates actually are likely to settle around 5.75% to 6.25% range by mid to 2026. Realistically, some people will still want them to be down to 1 to 3%, which would actually increase the inflation rate, and we do not want to be paying more for groceries than we are now.
And honestly, as interest rates come down, we'll just see more and more buyers flood the market. We still talk to buyers every week that say we're waiting for interest rates to hit that 4% mark or just under 5% mark. And we totally understand that, because the lower that interest rates go, the more that your buying power goes up. But the more buyers that enter the market, the more competition that you have as a buyer. And the more that it just drives up prices even more on houses.
And buyers who wait till the 4% rate may be disappointed, because they eventually will get priced out when actually the crowd or the increase of the competition stampedes back in. Like Chad said, it'll start driving the prices upward instead of downwards.
Now, sellers do benefit from lower interest rates, because affordability does improve a little bit, because buyers can afford more house. Although as prices increase, that kind of goes the opposite way, but we'll see what ends up happening. But it does increase buyer pool, because more buyers do enter the market looking to buy. And then we'll see more sellers giving up those COVID rates that they're holding on to so tightly that they don't want to give up. But they'll be okay giving up their 3% mortgage for like a 5.5%, maybe 6% interest rate, saying, you know what, I'm okay with a $200 or $300 more a month mortgage payment if it means that I'm getting the house that I truly want, getting rid of this old house that no longer fits our needs.
All right, so buyer behaviors in 2026, we're going to see the continuation or the influx of relocators, just because of the fact that the way they are working, the remote hybrid type of work will help continue that relocators to find their way into Kenosha. Because Kenosha is in the middle of between Chicago and Milwaukee, so it's perfect location for those who work hybridly or even remotely. We're also seeing buyers who are valuing more move-in ready, energy efficient, and low maintenance homes rather than fixer-uppers.
Yeah, buyers definitely don't want houses that they have to put work into right away. They want the houses that are more move-in ready. They don't want to put a lot of work into the house right away, because they want to save that money and make renovations down the road when they're ready to sell. We're seeing first-time home buyers right now. They're definitely getting squeezed just because of the increased price of homes. They just can't quite afford it. They're not getting approved for exactly what they want to, just because houses, like I said, are just too dang expensive. But they are definitely the most motivated home buyers that we're seeing out there. They are the hungriest, and they are the ones that want to buy the most.
So enough about buyers. Let's talk about sellers and how they can price their houses right. Otherwise, they're going to sit in this even strong market that we're going to see.
So overpricing is still the number one reason that homes fail to sell. If you overprice your house, it's just going to sit there. Buyers are going to walk right past it, scroll past it on Zillow, and not even schedule a tour. Why is that though, Aalia?
Buyers actually are more educated than ever. They can skip overpriced house instantly. They can actually know what the market value of that house in that neighborhood is actually going for, with all the tools that their agents, if the agent's smart enough to provide them, they are very well aware of the market value of that neighborhood. So they're going to skip those overpriced homes.
Yep, and the algorithms that people rely on to give you your home values, you know who you are. Those estimates are just out of touch with how Kenosha's estimates truly are, with what your home truly is worth. So don't rely on the Zillow estimates and the Redfin estimates. Contact a professional realtor. We can give you your true home value with no pressure, no strings attached.
So let's talk about a home being priced right. If you actually listen to your fellow agents that actually knows the local market and you price your homes right, you're going to see multiple offers. Even if the market isn't hot,
Yeah, even if the market's cooling down a little bit, or if we're in more of a neutral market, you'll still see those really asking price offers, or even a little bit over asking price offers coming in, as long as your house is priced correctly at market value. So Aalia, let's talk about move-up buyers. What should they know about 2026 moving forward?
So the first thing that move-up buyers should coordinate with their agents, that they should coordinate their buy and sell simultaneously early, because of the fact that it will actually save headaches in the long run. You got to strategically put your house for sale, close on the house that you're buying at the same exact time.
Or at least within a day. Maybe you can stay in a hotel or with friends or family for a day, for a night or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this group of buyers, we're going to have like the biggest group of buyers probably in history that's coming up here, because it's millennials, I think, are kind of considered move-up buyers right now.
Mm-hmm.
They already bought their first home. They've had their families now. Their families are growing. So they're looking for bigger houses now for their bigger families that are growing. And expect your houses to sell a little bit faster here in the Kenosha area, because like I said, there's just so many buyers that are hungry to buy houses, and more bidding wars on your houses when you do put it up on the market. So when you do put your house on the market, as long as it's priced right and it's moving ready, expect it to go really fast. Don't expect your house to sit on the market and be looking around for a house, and expect you to have a couple weeks to find your perfect house.
So a new construction for move-up buyers is another option. However, within the range of $350,000 to $550,000 range, you're going to see a limited inventory for the new construction, because often new construction starts at the $500,000 range. So you might be outbid just from the start. So
let's talk about investors. They're really quiet right now just because there's a lack of inventory and prices are so high. But are they going to reemerge in 2026?
Okay, so as the rates drop, Chicago investors are going to begin scanning Kenosha again. And remember, Illinois and Chicago is the land of infinite taxes. And what else?
That's where all the money is too. They have all this money that they don't know what to do with, so they come up here and they spend it on housing. That's where they park it.
So the duplexes and small multifamily buildings or properties are going to become very competitive very fast.
We're going to see a lot of cash buyers are going to reappear out of nowhere, wanting to spend their cash quickly so that they can avoid taxes, capital gains taxes, and scoop up, like Aalia said, duplexes, small multifamilies, even single family homes, and put some renters in there. It's a great moment for homeowners thinking about selling rentals that they've held on to for years, maybe even decades. If you're tired of being a landlord and you just want to get out of that game, talk to Aalia and I. We work with a number of investors that are always hungry to buy more investment properties, and we can help you offload that investment property if you're tired of being a landlord.
So let's talk about the national trends versus what's actually happening in Kenosha.
So don't trust those national headlines. They're all about fear, about scaring you, and they're just about getting clicks and getting you to watch the news. Listen to your local professionals. Listen to Aalia and I. Watch our YouTube videos. Contact us, email us, visit our website. That's where you get the truth about what's happening here locally in Kenosha and Racine, about local data, about our strong, steady growth, and how our local market's actually doing.
Okay, so Kenosha actually continues to outperform many Midwest cities because it's very affordable. It is also the nearest to Chicago and Milwaukee. And it's also expanding job opportunities with all the different buildings of different corporations landing their facilities here in Kenosha, which also leads us into expanding the job corridor, so the job market for people. It's also a large Illinois to Wisconsin relocation pipeline. So this is where everyone settles because of the location being a pretty good location to everything.
Just over the border, lower taxes, lower cost of living. Super easy to just move over the border.
What does this mean to you? Buyers, sellers, investors, and or relocators?
So first, let's talk about buyers. Well, it's likely going to cost you more in 2026. Interest rates are probably going to fall a little bit, or at least stay about where they are right now. However, housing prices are going to go up. There's just no easy way to say it. Housing prices continue to appreciate year over year, and we don't see any signs of that slowing anytime soon. Competition continues to increase. Month over month, we continue to see more and more buyers jumping into the market with all this money, all these pre-approvals, just hungry to buy a house. They're tired of renting, they're tired of living in their mom's basement, and they just want to do something new. They want to buy their own house, own their own piece of America. So we continue to see more and more competition jumping in the market, driving up those prices even more.
So start planning early to avoid any emotional disasters or decisions. What 2026 looks like for sellers. It currently looks pretty strong still, as long as your home is positioned correctly. Staging, price, and marketing will actually matter more than ever. Putting a sign in your yard, putting it on MLS and or Zillow will get it sold, but will it get the most money? Marketing actually brings the most buyers to see your house. So marketing actually does matter.
So next, investors. The duplex market becomes very competitive again. We're going to see a lot of offers on duplexes again. Probably multiple offers of the duplex cash flows and has a good cap rate. We're going to see cash buyers returning, even for single family houses, even for first time home buyers. Move-up buyers, we'll probably see some cash buyers for those people again. And it's a good opportunity to expand or exit strategically. So whether you're looking to expand your portfolio or get out of being a landlord, it's a good opportunity in 2026 for you to do either one of those. Last but not least, relocators, our favorite people. If you're looking to relocate here to the Kenosha area, Kenosha is a beautiful spot to relocate. Our summers cannot be beat. And we're one of the most in-demand markets in all of the Midwest, and all the US actually. 2026 will bring you even more new construction. We have a ton of new construction going on all around our area. But don't buy new construction by yourself. Make sure that you use an agent. Call Aalia and I because we can get you the best deal. A lot of new construction builders, actually all of them, do incentives. They offer rate buy downs. They offer concessions. They offer money off the selling price. So make sure that you call an agent and get yourself the best deal possible. So if you're planning to move in 2026, whether that's buying, selling, relocating, or investing here in the Kenosha area, we'd love to help you build a plan, a strategy, and a budget that fits your lifestyle. So make sure that you give us a call, shoot us a text, or visit our website. You can call us at 262-331-1621 or visit us at chatscottrealty.com. We're here to help anytime that you're ready. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys in the next video.